We are live, Bay State running. Coach H.
Coach Shep, All-State Preview.
The boys.
We're out at Westfield State University every 3 years, so we'll hike out there for a lot of us. Boys 100, this is gonna be strictly sprints, so 100 hurdles, 100, 200, 400, 400 hurdles, 4x1, 4x4.
Yes.
And the 100 right off the bat. Right away, looks like we had a hamstring situation with the returning champion,
Richmond
Katang. He won in
yes.
10-7 last year as a sophomore, beat out Ethan Clark of Westboro. So unfortunately, we're not going to see him in that event, and hopefully a speedy recovery. Maybe we'll see him in a relay this week. Top returner in a really quick time of 10:62. Noah Sweeney of Acton Boxborough. We talked a lot about him indoors. The 55 All-State champion from indoors, Marcus Qualls, Woburn,
yes.
10.65. Another Lowell athlete that's come on strong is Andrews Bonsu
Yes.
of Lowell, 10.69. And then a bunch of guys will be chasing him. Jeremiah German of Lawrence, 10.76. Tristan Howard of Medford, he won D2s.
And at number 6
Not
coming in.
D2s, D3s, 10.87. And then number 6 and 7, you talk about 6 and 7 a lot more.
This guy, Brian Santos, and the senior, Matt Zawaski, who we'll see later on in the 2. I like Noah Sweeney, and I like the three seniors in Sweeney, Acton Boxborough, Qualls.
Yeah, I mean, Qualls is showing he can step it up in the right moment. Give a shout out to the freshman, Jonas Clark of South Hadley, comes in with that 11:01. Go sub 11 FAT as a freshman. That would be pretty impressive. I'm going to dip down a little bit. Your runner-up last year is coming off a major injury and has worked really hard to get back. Ethan Clark of Westboro just comes in with 11.21. But as I said, I believe he had an ACL or some type of injury. So he's been on the road back for a while. Not quite where he was last year, but he'll get there.
Shep, I feel because team implications, I think Bonsu is going to put on a show.
They're going to need him to. They're going to need him to for sure.
They need him.
And that brings us to the 200, where Andrews Bonsu of Lowell is the number 1 seed with a 21.67. Looks like the returning champion. Looks like he had some things. Maybe that hammy didn't recover as well as he would have liked it to from indoors. We're not going to see Joey O'Brien from Shrewsbury in the 200, unfortunately.
My man Joey.
We will see a lot of guys we saw in the 100. Andrews Bonsu from Lowell's top seed. Matt Zarowski from Bishopine, not too far off him. Tristan Howard of Medford.
Noah Sweeney.
Don't forget Anthony Spignesi. He was one of the top 300 guys. Indoors from Danvers. Sean Glass of Haverhill. He's just under 22 minutes with a 21.99. The Bill Ricker athlete, Stephen Harris, he'll be on there 4x4 later, I would imagine. 22.13. And then Brian Santos sitting in 9.
What Santos can do.
Yep. And Tommy Jordan of Needham, you would think he'd have a chance if he has a good race to kind of sneak into that final.
Boys 400.
I think Matt Zawaski of Bishopine takes the 200 though.
Zawaski, let's see what happens in the trials, but I like Zawaski as well. Boys 400, we have 13 boys, sub 50 seconds. In leading that, we have seniors at the top. We have our favorite in Mange Kamara, but there's a kid in his home turf, Brendan LaForest out of Westfield, who's going to give everyone everything they're looking for.
Yeah, man, he was a good 600 meter runner indoors, but he has taken off in the 400, 48.68. If anybody's going to, is it going to take a 47 to win this thing? I think the 47.52 is probably clean from 1983 Mike Green at BC High, but it may take a 47.99 to win this race. And if anybody's going to challenge him, it's going to be LaForest. Ethan Cooper's always there. Stanley Hansey of Methuen.
From the unseeded heat.
From the unseeded heat, that was wild. Justin Levy, just a freshman from Newton South.
49.3.
Alex Warner of Needham, he's having another good season.
Christian Pacelli
From Pembroke, he's the Division III winner in the 400.
Marvin DeRay starting to get warm weather. He's starting to get rolled. This is going to be a good one.
Yeah, and don't be surprised to see someone in the unseeded heat drop a 48 high, 49 low, put some pressure on the guys in that seeded heat.
Yeah.
And you just never know. We don't have our top returner in the 4 because Peter Diebold from Weston moved up to the 8, and we'll talk about that a little later. But Mange, All-American indoors. Mange Kamara gets it done. LaForest in second.
Boys 110 hurdles.
Yep.
You know, this class is talented class. We have, you know, Jordan Williams, senior out of Brockton, very talented kid.
Yeah.
Anthony Cabanelli,
This is
Central
kind of
Catholic.
another unfortunate situation, and I'm not sure what's up with this one. We're not going to see our returning champion, Adam Yang, in the 110 hurdles. He won outdoors last year. So David Peters stole the show indoors, but he comes in with the number 1 seed. Ryan Inge and William Lord, we talked a lot about them from,
Indoors.
For indoors. Anybody going to challenge Peters?
Yeah, the names we've mentioned: Inge, Lord, Jordan Williams. Jordan is gonna have a huge day. He's winning the 400-meter hurdles, but Jordan got his state championship. He got his state record. He got his pendant. But David Peters, for what the town of Stoughton has endured in the last year, I think Peters is locked in. He's ready to bring Stoughton another Old State title.
400 hurdles, we talked about Jordan Williams. He comes in with that 53.30. He's almost a full second ahead of Cameron Rogers of Durfee.
4 guys sub 56, 54, 55, right?
Sub 55. 4 guys sub 55. Rowan McCarno of Methuen. He's another guy that's going to be on their 4x4 later. Kai Balin of Amherst Pelham. It'll be interesting if anybody else can challenge her. I think those are the top guys.
Do we see a meet record?
Oh yeah, yeah. Like I said, as long as the weather cooperates,
it's gonna be a good one. Shout out to Andrew McGovern. He's gonna have a tough day. 400 hurdles and open in a 4x8.
Yeah, that's
junior out of Lexington. Tough.
Yeah, that's no joke. So don't forget about Jeff Yang though. Jeff Yang won last year as a sophomore.
He did.
In 54.77. I definitely think it's going to
from the unseeded heat.
From the unseeded heat. So can he do that again? Can he steal it?
I think he woke up. I think he woke everyone up. I don't know if it's going.
He's going to have to run a little quicker than he's going to have to run on the 53s to do it. So 4x1, no surprise here. Active Boxborough is your top seed.
Yeah.
The only sub 43 team. I'm guessing if Wang's healthy, Adam Wang's going to be on there.
They make a run for the meet record. Why not? Bishop Finn
will be chasing Lowell. We'll see if Quitang's going to be on that. Amherst, Pelham, Lawrence, Pembroke, North Andover, Newton South. That makes up the top 8 teams.
Speaking of Lawrence,
give Pittsfield some love. They're mid 43.
Speaking of Lawrence, I'm sorry for intervening. Shout out to the Lawrence team. They're looking, if you can go on social media, they're trying to raise some funds for GoFundMe for Nationals. I'm very proud of that team, and they came a long way. So shout out to that Lawrence team. I wish them nothing but success this Saturday. And Pembroke.
Yeah, Pembroke's in there.
Pembroke is in the mix.
But 4x4, this, and I really mean this when I say this will probably be the race of the day, especially if there's team implications. Newton North comes in with the top seed of 320, but let's go back a couple weeks to the Bay State Conference meet where Needham won, edged them out 319 to 320.
Yes.
I don't know, man. 318.51 by that NADA crew with the Holtz brothers.
Brian Houlihan and PB.
This is why I don't think so, because I think there be teams that maybe are doing too much to try and win the meet.
Yes.
But Newton North and Needham are the class of the field. Acton Boxboroughs come on in the 4x4 with their sprinters. Bill Rooker, North Andover, had an absolute, and Central Catholic had an absolute dogfight at the end of their 4x4. Can any of them freshen up a little bit? Is there anybody? Shout out to East Bridgewater, my alma mater. They're down there at 328. That's a school record. They'll be trying to mix it up in that unseeded heat. Anybody else that can?
No.
No. So it's to me, I'm gonna go with Newton North.
I'm gonna go with the Tigers. Yeah. Theo Berber, last anchor of his high school career in all states.
In a Massachusetts race.
Massachusetts race.
Yep.
Theo takes it home for Blackburn.
All right, that's our boys' sprint preview for the All-State meet. Good luck Saturday. See you at Westfield.